Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a fascinating topic to discuss. We're diving into the world of unsolved mysteries and counting down the top 10 unsolved crimes throughout history. From baffling disappearances to heists that have puzzled investigators for years, these cases continue to intrigue and mystify. So without further ado, let's get started. Disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the mysterious disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. In 1587, a group of English settlers, led by John White, established the Roanoke Colony in what is now North Carolina. However, when a supply ship returned 3 years later, the colony had vanished without a trace. The only clue left behind was the word Croton carved on a tree. This single word has sparked countless theories, including the possibility that the colonists integrated with local Native American tribes or met a more sinister fate. To this day, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains one of America's oldest unsolved mysteries. Villisca Axe Murders. Our number 9 takes us to the early 20th century with the Villisca Axe Murders. On June 10, 1912, in Villisca, Iowa, 6 members of the Moore family and 2 house guests were brutally murdered with an axe while they slept. The killer was never caught, and the case remains unsolved. The gruesome nature of the crime, the lack of a clear motive, and the absence of forced entry into the home have only added to the mystery. The community was forever scared by the brutality of the murders, and it's a chilling reminder of a crime that may never be solved. Black Dahlia Murder. At number 8, we have the Black Dahlia Murder. In 1947, the body of Elizabeth Short, an aspiring actress, was found in a vacant lot in Los Angeles, severed in half and grotesquely mutilated. Her murder remains one of the most infamous unsolved cases in Hollywood history. The case is filled with tantalizing clues, including a mysterious phone call to the police, numerous suspects, and the sinister connection to film noir, which has only heightened public fascination. Despite the passage of decades, the Black Dahlia murder still captivates the imaginations of amateur sleuths and true crime enthusiasts. Zodiac Killer. Our number 7 spot goes to the infamous Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s and early 1970s, claiming numerous victims and taunting law enforcement with cryptic ciphers and letters sent to newspapers. The killer's ability to elude capture, the complexity of the ciphers, and the unnerving messages left behind have made this one of the most enduring unsolved serial killer cases in history. To this day, the Zodiac's identity remains unknown. The Zodiac's reign of terror cast a long shadow over the San Francisco Bay Area, and the fear of the killer persists in the collective memory of the region. D.B. Cooper Hijacking. In the 6th position, we have the D.B. Cooper hijacking. In 1971, a man using the alias Dan Cooper, later referred to as D.B. Cooper, hijacked a commercial airplane, extorted a ransom, and parachuted from the plane, disappearing into the Pacific Northwest wilderness. Despite extensive searches and investigations, neither Cooper nor the ransom money has ever been found. The case remains a daring and audacious mystery, with the possibility that Cooper successfully vanished with his ill-gotten gains. Circleville Letters Case. At number 5, we encounter the Circleville Letters Case. In the late 1970s, residents of Circleville, Ohio began receiving anonymous, threatening letters. These letters revealed personal information and accused recipients of various misdeeds. The case took a dark turn when a local school bus driver, Mary Gillespie, was targeted and her life was upended. Despite investigations and suspicions, the true identity of the letter writer remains unknown, and the case is shrouded in mystery, with some suggesting a potential cover-up. The Circleville letters have left a lasting impact on the small town of Circleville, and the fear of an unknown letter writer still lingers in the community. Somerton Man Case. Our number 4 is the Somerton Man Case, also known as the Tamon Shud Case. In 1948, an unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Australia. In a hidden pocket of his pants, investigators discovered a scrap of paper with the words Tamon Shud, meaning ended or finished in Persian, written on it. This led to a book with a code that has never been cracked. The man's clothing tags were removed, and all labels were painstakingly removed from his belongings, further deepening the mystery. Despite extensive efforts, the man's identity and the circumstances of his death remain unknown. The Somerton Man case has baffled investigators, and the eerie code found in the book still defies decryption, leaving the man's identity and cause of death shrouded in enigma. Cleveland Torso Murderer. In the third position, we have the Cleveland Torso Murderer. During the 1930s, Cleveland, Ohio, was plagued by a series of gruesome murders attributed to the Torso Murderer. The killer dismembered and beheaded at least 12 known victims, leaving their remains scattered across the city. Despite an extensive investigation and the consideration of multiple suspects, the Torso Murderer's true identity was never uncovered, making this one of the most chilling and unsolved serial killer cases in American history. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum Heist. Our number 2 spot goes to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum Heist. In 1990, 2 men dressed as police officers entered the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston and stole 13 pieces of artwork valued at over $500 million. Despite the offer of a massive reward, the stolen masterpieces have never been recovered, and the identities of the thieves remain unknown. The case continues to baffle art experts and investigators, and the empty frames still hang in the museum as a haunting reminder of the unsolved crime. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum Heist stands as a stark testament to the enduring allure of stolen art and the audacity of the thieves who carried out one of the largest art thefts in history. Disappearance of Flight MH370. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 unsolved crime throughout history is the mysterious case of the disappearance of Flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, Malaysian Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared from radar screens while en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Despite extensive search efforts, the plane's wreckage and the fate of the 239 people on board remain a mystery. The disappearance of an entire commercial airliner in the modern era is a perplexing enigma that has captured the world's attention and fueled countless theories, from mechanical failures to deliberate actions by those on board. To this day, Flight MH370 is a chilling reminder of the vastness of the open ocean and the enigma of what can happen when an aircraft vanishes from the world's radar. These are just a few of the countless unsolved crimes that have left us baffled and intrigued throughout history. If you want to dive deeper into any of these cases, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of our world. See you soon.